But we talked about one of the areas in the church that causes more people to get in trouble receiving the blessing of God is walking in offense. To walk humbly before your God, you will walk out of offense every time. Because He doesn't want any part of that. He said offense will come, just don't take them. If you're breathing and you're walking on this planet, you will have plenty of opportunities every week to get offended. I promise you will. As a pastor, as a Christian, there's always going to be somebody saying something. You're like, really? Wow. But you don't take that. We take the same mindset Jesus did. Father, you forgive them, I forgive them, let's keep moving. It's not that the offense doesn't come, it does come. The whole deal with the Christian attitude is we reject it, we don't receive that. So how do we receive that blessing that He's commanded? Well, first of all, we don't speak against it. Second of all, we don't do anything to shut the door to it. Now, if anything will shut the door, I know of nothing, let me say this, for a Christian, I know of nothing that seems to shut the door, been my experience, any quicker to the blessing of God than to get offended. I think, Pastor Dale, you've pastored for a long time. Is that probably pretty accurate? Yeah. Because he's counseled people for years, and you see this over and over again. Yeah, but Pastor, you don't know what they done to me. And that's true. I don't. Yeah, but you don't have any clue what kind of pain I've had to endure. Right, I don't. But He does. It says we have a high priest that has been touched by the feelings of our infirmities. Jesus knows. And see, here's the mindset a lot of times in the church. If I forgive that offense, it's like I'm condoning what they done. No, you're not. You're walking upright before God. Let God deal with it. And not like the Holy Spirit just said, you better elaborate on that. I don't mean let God deal with it like God get them. Let God deal with them the way He deals with them, and that is calls them to themselves. He said, I came to seek and save all those that were lost. I grew up in a church, it was like, yeah, you forgive them, tell God to get them. No, really in your heart, forgive those that have offended you. For them? No, for you. It's for you. It's almost, forgiving offense is probably, honestly, it can be one of the most selfish things we do, but yet it's the right thing to do. Because you're not forgiving their offense for them, you're doing it for you. Joyce Meyer gives the best illustration I've ever heard, and I keep giving her credit for it. I hear other people saying it now, but she was the first person I ever heard say it. She said, when you're offended, it's just like taking poison, and when you take an offense, you drink the poison hoping they'll die. But it kills you. Releasing offense will set you free quicker than anything I know of. Now, for some of you sitting here, some of you watching by video, I know it's a mouthful for me to stand up here in the comfort of air conditioner and everything going well and the building's about paid for to say that. But here's the reality. It can be for you if you approach it the right way. Now, one of the quick things about offense is, just when I say you need to forgive that person of the offense, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to run out and tell them. Because think about it. If the person offended you is dead, you can't tell them. If the person offended you, you've lost touch with them, you can't tell them. If the person that offended you, you know for a fact all they're going to do is mock you when you tell them, and it's not going to be edifying to you or them, there's no reason to tell them. But in your heart and to God, you can release it. Start there, and then God will let you know if there's another step. There's been times where I've forgiven people and God said, okay, you're good. There's been other times where I've released it and I've had to go have a conversation with them. But it wasn't based on my human knowledge. It was based on what God wanted to do. And the times that God had me to do it is quite a good experience for both. Don't hold grudges. Don't hold grudges with nobody. Life's too short.